Hello everybody, this is Sonya and I'm here in Australia. Thank you very much for tuning into my video. Okay, so today we're going to learn, or we're going to show you how I made Dotee doll. This is my Dotee doll. Now, these Dotee dolls have been around for a fair while now, but I've seen one not long ago for that Diane Ayres, sent to Lynn Von Tooth, that's Lynn over in the UK. And it's sort of, I don't know, I just thought, oh dear, I want to try those. Now, these were made by a lady, as far as I know, in Australia, and she made them for things like that you just gift to somebody to cheer them up for, or just, you know, if they're not well, wish them good health and things like that. It's just it's a thing to make you feel good, you know, like, and it does not have any, like no limbs. It has like a little tail dangle, and it has this to hang it up with, and the little face is just in the body, and that's the way that they're all made, like that. Okay, so which is pretty simple really, but really good fun to do, and just so much fun. So anyway, I went over to my machine, because my sewing room is now clean up. Thank you to Michelle and myself. We did some hard work and we got it done. Now, I just went over to the sewing machine here, and I just did a stitch around the outside. I just got a piece of fabric, to be honest with you. Laid it down there, because it came out of this. Now, I'm not going to show you how to do it, because I fiddle around for too long and it takes up too much time, and I really want to just show you how to make it. So, you can either stitch around there, you don't have to, you can have a pattern, you can make a little pattern yourself so you know that you've cut it out big enough. You want something about this size, or, you know, like, because, well, I've got a couple more here that I'm sort of working on. I've got to put another face on this one. The one I made was just absolutely nasty, so I took it off, but I've made this sort of shape, and I made the one with the Dotee so I could show you how they were done as well, but I won't work on them today, because I'm going to show you how to make this one. So I've got that done. So you stitch around, you can do it by hand if you want to. If you don't want to turn it right way, you can just leave it like this. You know, if you don't, you can just have that look on the outside. So then I've got a piece of material. Some people use felt. You can use felt if you want to, but I just got an ordinary piece of fabric, and I did drew a little face on the fabric with one of these pens here that do a really good job of making a line, like marking. First of all, I did a circle, okay, and I've got some here still, and then you just put, I don't know if I've done anything on them or not, I can't see it if I did. So then when you do that, you just want to put I'll do this upside down. So if you want to just do a little fella with his eyes shut, or her eyes shut, or whatever, you just want to go and make like here, like so, okay, and then a little mouth, and I just, you know, just sort of guess what, maybe a nose, okay. Now, these are real easy to sew, or you can just draw them like yourself, you know. You don't have to want to draw them in. You can draw them on if you're confident. I'm not really that good at drawing, so I just stitched mine anyway. And you just use straight stitches and cover over the lines, all right? I can show you how I did them eyelashes, because they were the eyelashes. I thought it was quite clever, but you know. Now I'm just going to go across here from there, that point to this point, and I absolutely hate sewing without a hoop, so if you can just give me a second, I'm going to put this in a hoop. I like my things to be, I'm so used to it, I think that's the thing. I just feel I can hang on to things better this way. So you want to come up at one part of the eyelid and down at the other, and you want to come up along here, right? You pick up a little bit of, you go underneath that piece, and you bring it down, so this way it's going into the shape that you want it to be, not too close together. Go back up underneath there, and bring it down, put a stitch down there like that, okay, and same. You're going along the, I'll put it in backwards, because then it won't get the other threads caught. Okay, and down there, oh dear, I hope you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so that's how I did my, there's a bit there. Right, go up in there, and this is how I did my eyelashes. Fluff on everything, like so. Okay, and then just go across here, do the same again. You just come up at that part, go under there and catch that, bring it down there like that, under there, and catch him. It took me ages yesterday to figure out how to do them. Sometimes they were way too bushy eyelashes, and sometimes they were, you know, so I just figured sometimes less is better, you know. You can sort of seem nicer, and they look nicer, don't they? I think so anyway. So up on the line that you drew, and go back up in there and catch that on there and bring it down and go through that way. Okay, so there's your little eye, closed little eyes. Okay, and then I did a straight stitch across the mouth and just a little single stitch in the centre for his nose. I think lots of you anyway would have seen how to do that on here, because we don't want to waste too much time on wasting time, but I hope that you do know how to do that. I do have a little bit of a worry about his nose here. There's a little bit of cotton sitting up, so I'm going to put a little bit of glue on there to cover that up. Oh, didn't expect it to come out of there. Going to put that little bit of glue on the nose. Might get this pin and stick it down properly. My chair's really stopped squeaking because the gas came out of it, and now I'm nearly sitting on the floor here. I'm just fixing this little thing's nose up. Okay, it'll be a shiny nose now. Okay, I just want to press it down so it'll just be like a little circle instead of hanging out there in the air. Actually, I quite like these eyes I just did now better than these eyes, but that doesn't matter because you need different faces, don't you, for your things. Okay, so I might even put him onto here. See how that looks on there. Go on there, that one. I'm going to put a bit of glue on it. Save me turning that one inside out and stuffing it and taking up a bit of time. I think most people would have the idea of how to do that. I'm going to just put that to the side a bit, that face. This has got a bit of glue on it because earlier I did a video and I made it look really silly, so I pulled it apart. Now you would just leave maybe an opening a bit bigger than this. This is why I'm not turning it apart. Turn it round now because it's going to take too long. I need to pick that back undone a bit, and then I can turn it through. So when you're sewing it up, you want to make sure that there's an opening. Where your opening is, I mean, you do some back stitches so it won't come undone while you turn it through. Okay, now I should be able to get it. Just push it all through there. That way. Now I don't know what I want to do with this doll that I've got here ready. I've got no idea what I'm going to do with it. This one here, well, the first one I made, I just thought, well, I'll just look at this and see what I've got. And now you can put your scissors very carefully up in the inside of it and give it a bit of a tuck around and see, you know, make sure it's straight. You can fill it with whatever you like, and I thought too maybe I might start putting a bit of what do you call it? Lavender in there. Well, that'd look really good. That'd be really good, wouldn't it? So you just want to get some of this fibres dolls. This is actually a doll filling, but you can buy all sorts of toy filling, and even if you want to go and buy, I've in the past purchased a cushion, you know, the ones with the soft in them, because or pillow, I mean, you know, and that are really soft, you know, not expensive one. Just get a cheap one. Not so cheap, you know, they're about $5 or something. And then you got all your stuffing in the inside of there. That's how you get it. If you can't find the doll filling, that's where you get it from. You buy a pillow. I got heaps of this stuff, so I don't have to worry about that. It's a truckload of it. The only thing about this is a lot, but it stuffs down into really tiny, because my mum had it when she did her dolls, and they had to be firm, and that's just the stuff that she bought. So righto, pretend I've filled all that up, okay? Because this is going to take a while. But you want to make sure that it's all pushed down in there really nice to get your shape, okay? Now, I'm going to come back to this one, because I'm going to sew up the hole in the bottom of this one. And you want to do that, of course, so your filling doesn't fall out. So what you want to just turn this over here. So turn this over here, tuck it under, get a pin if you need to. Look at that, isn't that? Oh, Sonya, got a round the corner pin now. Wait a minute, come here, you. Right, put a pin in. Just hold him shut. And then you're going to come up in here like this. This is a father type needle I've got here. It's very thick and it's hard to use them. So you to do this like it's a maybe invisible ladder stitch, you might say you just want to pick up those bits there. So you can hardly see what you're doing, you know. But if you don't manage to get across there without, well, I've got big stitches, so I intend to anyway cover it with something. A bit of lace, you know, a bit of something or other that'd be handy to put on across there. Oh, we had a bit of sun today here in Australia. It was amazing. Oh, well, when I say in Australia, in parks, this town, it's been raining and raining and raining, and probably heard me grizzle about it, and cold, and it's supposed to be springtime, and, you know, hubby said he must have lost his knack, nothing's growing in the garden, but I think it's because there's plenty of water, but there's no sun to make anything grow. There's not, so... And then I suppose the sun will come along and burn everything off the ground or something. I don't. Ah, dear. Now, we don't want to be like that. We need to be positive. Right, he's got a bit of a pucker on that going on there, hasn't he? So I just scoot him down here. Just manipulate it till you get it right where you need it to be, okay? When you're happy with it, just end that off. Because I'm going to be happy with it, because I'll probably be putting something over it anyhow. Don't know yet. What I'm going to do. That's how you basically start off with your doll. Well, see, when I do that part that's going on the bottom, it's dangly bit, I wanted to make it have a bead needle here somewhere too. I did. Here it is, threaded too, I think it was. Here we go. So I've got a bead needle. Now, I'll just leave the face there for the time being. I'll just show you how to connect your tail on. You can either put it in when you're going along, but I think it's probably, to my way of thinking, it was safer for me to just take it in here later. Now I'm going to sew it in here, right? And because I've got all these big gaping holes still, I can tuck it under there. Because I'm going to be filling that up anyway, when I'm stitching and things till I get it all right. Ow! Oh, blimey, come on. Why isn't that going in there where I want it to? Just stick it down there in the hole, can't you? So stitch it in so it can't get out again, that big knot. I'd rather keep the big dot though, because that's going to hold on to the thing and it's not going to get away on me. Okay, so now we've got this off centre, so I'm going to try and get him fair in the middle by going back into there close by and coming up here. Look at that knot thing coming out there. Okay. Sometimes your mojo might be giving you a bit of a rough time, eh? Or something when you're trying to do something. Nothing worse. I'm just going to undo this knot here. That's why you can't see me. If you can't see me, that's what I'm doing. I got the knot undone. Okay, now I'm going to put in make a dangly thing, so I need to put some beads on, and I'm going to put on maybe a bit bigger ones than these little pearly things. No, this one's all right. I've got a what's the name, colour one. I'm going to go with this colour one here. I just put a few things on a bowl so I could just thread them up so I can put them on here. I wanted some of these. They're bone sort of colour ones. Don't like it without one in between. Not happy with the first one on there either. Okay. Trial and error. Okay, now I'll get a little one to start with. Then I'll get one of these here ones. I think I want it next. Yes. Now I need another little one. Yeah, get that out of my road. The container here with those in there. I must have put it back in the box, did I? There you go, that's what you get for packing up things, Sonia. Anyway. That one. That one. That's not too bad. Another one of these. And I was thinking about a purple colour. Look at that. They've got to get smaller, don't they? It's a pearly one. And you know what, I want this one and a pearly one. I don't think I like that. Might take those two off. Keep just going with the same thing. Make his tail the same. You can put whatever you want to do on the tail. It's not anything particularly, you know, you can use a tassel, use anything for its tail. But when you think you've got enough beads on there, which I'm going to be stopping any minute now, I'm going to put on one that comes back up the other way. When I say that, I've got to, I mean, it's here. Right, actually this looks like a purpley colour, this one. Thread that through. Now the last one, I will put a purple one on the end. I'm just going to go down through there. Put a tiny, tiny little purple one on the bottom. That's not purple. Here, here's a purple one. Right on the bottom, so you can bring these back up the other way. So you can take your needle, go over that first one there and go back up in through. There you go. And through there. Go back up right through all your beads. Through here. Oops. Okay. Now there's his little tail. Now I'm not happy with the appearance of it yet, but you know what? It's going to be better when I'm finished. So I just need to I'm going to have to go and fix it up, like finish doing what we need to do to it to cover it and everything, because otherwise I'm going to run out of time. But when you do the top, you'll do the same way. Now you can put a few things hanging down if you want to. Now the top of it, I have some here already threaded up, but I don't think I'll go with this colour. I'll go and find some apricot sort of colour ones and make a hanging thing, but I'm going to do it exactly the same way, except you've got to bring a longer string there. Now I'm going to go and I'm going to decorate it after I've had some lunch, and I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you another video on how it turned out, okay? And probably if anybody wants me to answer any questions, because this was a bit kerfuffly, I'm sorry. Oh, these here I made, the little name things, because I wanted to put little things on them. I might do a rag doll later and put rag doll. All I did was I printed off some words. I just wrote them out and printed them off on a big sheet of paper. I've got I did this ages ago. You know, I've been chopping it up, and then I got this envelope. That's what I want to put on it. Now this is really stiff and good piece of stuff. So I've stuck the letters, the words across there, and put Mod Podge down and put them on. Mod Podge, I put some Mod Podge down and put these on, and then covered it, and then cut them out the side to what I wanted them to be, okay, and just made different words to, and then I just set that on there, because as far as, besides from it being okay, that stuff is flexible. You know, like it goes, you can sort of make it, I don't know, turned out really cool, eh? It's not a sort of hard, flat, stiff piece like putting it on a tile would be. And you could get it on fabric if you wanted to, but I don't want to do that at the time being. I can't be using my printer for putting fabric through. I'll probably get in trouble. Okay, so thank you everybody for watching. This is fun, isn't it? So let's see if this makes some, and let's show me what you think. Tell me what you think, and show me what you've come up with. But I definitely will be finishing this little fella off, and I'll show you what it turned out like. So thank you for watching, everybody, and thank you for my new subscribers. I really, really appreciate that, and I look forward to your comments, everybody. So thank you for watching. Bye-bye.